Okay, this is a 2015 Subaru BRZ, and I got the F1 brake light from JDM Toys hooked up, taking out that rear light, backup light, and then drilling out the center, dropping in the new LED light, connections. That's the only reason I'm making this video, because I did it and it was a pain in the ass. Finally figured it out. Wire harness that comes with the light is short. It's only this long. It's not long enough to make it up into the well for the electrical source you need. So you have to add extensions. So I added these 3-wire extensions, the wiring. So I ended up undoing all the tape on all these wirings because they were all wired or taped together tightly and nicely, but I undid them. So on mine, I have 4 wires coming in from the factory pigtail, and coming in from the factory pigtail, I have upper right is a red, upper left is the black, bottom right is a green, bottom left is a white. Coming out on the back side of that pigtail, just to make it fun, they changed the colors. So green is your power on, which corresponds to the red. That's on for your tail lights, just on. The green button, or wire, sorry, green wire, bottom right of the pigtail, becomes this white black stripe wire. That's brake lights on, so that's your brake lights will turn bright and flash. Black is black. That's the only one that's nice. It's black. No big change there. And then the other bottom left white wire over here coming in the harness and coming out on the back side, also a white wire, is your turn signal bulb light. So that's the legend for these wires. And the instructions on the JDM tell you pretty easily. That makes sense, but basically I kept the tags on these. If you look at the positive, that is the just power, basic power on wire, which I turned to green because that's what it is up there. It's green. That's just power to the circuit. There you go. And it's marked by a plus symbol. The plus symbol is your blue wire from the factory deal, and it's I made it a blue wire, kept it blue, but that is when you push on the brakes and it turns on the brake light. So that's that one, and then the black is just black. So there you go. Good times. It's all hooked up and installed. I'll do a different video for that, but it's done. Just screwing around with electrical. These connectors, splicers, suck. They're such a pain in the ass, and I ended up using pliers to just really crimp them down because I wasn't getting good connections. Even though they looked like they were fully seated, they weren't. I had to use my multimeter, and I was using the ohms thing to be able to tell me that I was putting a clamp on the top of the pin here, and I was poking in the end down here where the couplers are at, and I was getting no readings. So even though it looked seated, it wasn't. So I crimped it even more harder with the pliers, and then I was finally able to start getting some ohm readings telling me that there's continuity between these 2 points. So then I knew my connection was finally there. So a lot of work with screwing around with the electrical. The light itself was pretty easy to install. Really went pretty quickly. They come with a little hole saw that comes with the kit to do it. And there you go. So yeah, that part wasn't too hard. So done.